FYRE, The Greatest Party That Never Happened, a documentary on Netflix presented by Aubrey Fitzharris. So, what was FYRE Festival? American rapper Ja Rule partnered with American businessman Billy McFarland for FYRE Festival. They had found an island in the Bahamas that seemed perfect for a luxury music festival, and a great opportunity to promote their brand, FYRE Media. FYRE Festival was advertised as a luxury, exclusive event with big-name bands and artists like Blink-182. FYRE Festival's social media campaign, FOMO. FOMO stands for the fear of missing out. The FYRE Festival team had over 400 influencers post a photo of a plain orange square along with a caption and tags relating to FYRE Festival. This campaign was wildly successful. Within 48 hours, tickets were completely sold out for FYRE Festival. Some tickets cost up to $12,000. Countless lies. Location. Billy McFarland, who was pretty much the main guy for FYRE Festival, he made most of the executive decisions. He claimed that the island FYRE Festival would be held on was originally owned by Pablo Escobar, an infamous drug trafficker. This was a lie. McFarland and Ja Rule were originally planning on hosting FYRE Festival on Norman's Cay, an island formerly owned by an associate of Escobar. The owners of the island leased the land to them on the condition that Escobar's name would not be used in marketing. Of course, McFarland failed to follow this rule and the contract was terminated. So they were left without a venue. This led them to search for similar land to host the event. They eventually found a new venue within a small part of Great Exuma, another island in the Bahamas. The specific location was Roker's Point, and not the entirety of Roker's Point, a gravel parking lot. Despite this change, marketing continued to lead consumers to believe it was being held in the original location. Workers hired by McFarland and Ja Rule tried to pave over the gravel and build as quickly as possible before the guests arrived. The resulting infrastructure was poor and unsafe and not quality at all. Why FYRE Festival failed? FYRE Festival ultimately failed due to poor planning and negligence. Around 5,000 people ended up attending, and they all struggled to fit on the island. One attendee, named Trevor DeHaas, tweeted a picture of his lackluster dinner along with the hashtag FYRE Festival. The caption read, "The dinner that at FYRE Festival promised us was catered by Steven Starr is literally bread, cheese, and salad with dressing. Hashtag FYRE Festival," with an image attached. His post went viral along with the following posts from other attendees that night. None of the major bands or artists promised were present at the festival. There were around 33 that were promised on the list, and none of them showed up. Why it failed again. The geodesic domes people were promised were flimsy tents with little amenities and poor structure. These were the luxury villas people had paid extra to stay in, which included the $12,000 tickets. Everyone else who hadn't paid for this VIP exclusive ticket pretty much had to fend for themselves. There wasn't adequate shelter for everyone, and it began raining, and people took tents and mattresses for themselves, which were all scattered around. Legal issues. FYRE Festival and its founders faced countless lawsuits relating to fraud, negligence, false advertisement, and even endangerment. Billy McFarland took the brunt of these lawsuits as he was the one making most of the decisions, including marketing, budgeting, and hiring. In the documentary, he was facing up to 20 years in prison. He was later sentenced to 6 years in prison, pleading guilty to wire fraud. He frequently lied to investors and consumers. These lawsuits are still ongoing, and McFarland has yet to pay off the millions of dollars he owes. Ja Rule is also still facing consequences, but he's been let off from a lot of them. So what can we learn from this marketing? So FYRE Festival itself was a complete disaster, but the marketing was extremely effective for what it was. Hiring large numbers of macro influencers, although expensive, was extremely successful for them. Having them all post the same orange square created an image people would recognize and associate with FYRE Festival. Marketing videos by FYRE Festival featured models in bikinis on the shores of the Bahamas, showcasing a luxurious, desirable tropical destination, and the limited tickets had people worried they would miss out. So the main takeaways we need to know are We need to use influencers, a recognizable brand image and elements, and use FOMO. Like FYRE Festival, we want to sell a feeling, not a product, although we should still deliver on the product. The feeling is what makes people want to buy that product. And that's it. Thank you so much.